Okay, and here we are again. Searching along the old stone walls. I go in the woods here, close by to some near foundations. It's been pretty slow today, but I do have a pretty good signal in the hole here. Let me pan down here. Let me get it pinpointed here for us. It's right down in there. Let me turn that guy off and let me see if we can. Right there, and it was ringing up really good, like an 80 or 90. And wow, look at that. Is that a ox knob or? No, it's a crotal bell. Sweet. And intact too. It's a little smashed on the bottom. See that? A little bit dented. Complete top though. That is awesome. Green patina and everything. We will clean that up and I will show you the end of the wrap up. That's an awesome find. Even though it's been slow today, that makes up for the last hour. Indeed. Alright, on to the next. So here's a weird one for you. I dug this out of the hole. I fought forever to get it out from underneath that root. It's nothing amazing, but it's odd. It's a piece of lead shaped in a cylinder with a sharp thing sticking out of it, like a tack. Now, if anybody knows what those are, let me know. I don't know. It looks like a tack, but I can't imagine what the function of something like that would be. Why would they have a tack that's thick like that, like a cylinder thing? It's got a little nubbin on the bottom of it. I don't know. It's very sharp, though. I don't want to poke myself. Some odd piece from 100, 120 years ago. On to the next. And the next hole, good signal, 80 or 90. Right in there. Got it? And down in there. Oh, right there. Look at that nice old brass buckle with an iron tongue on it. It was kind of reading a goofy signal to me. But I'll take that any day. Nice little brass buckle. On to the next. Well, the site that keeps on giving today. I've been to this cellar hole a couple times before, and I'll show you here in a minute what it looks like. But suddenly I'm hitting targets today. I'm not exactly sure why I haven't seen these in the past, because I've been over this same doggone ground. Maybe because the soil is wet. Doggone it, I need an old coin, but I don't have one today, but I'm not going to complain. Just got an old Rains guide. Man, it rang up sweet. About 6 inches down. Fisher F2 still hitting on it pretty good. I'm trying my old machine back in the stomping grounds today. So I will take that. Let me leave that here. I'll show you the foundation real quick here. One of many in this park. You can see here. It's got a base of old stone and then some modern, well, relatively modern concrete in there. You can kind of see it's a pretty big footprint there. So probably the home was built back in the late 1800s, 1870, 1880. And then it was inhabited all the way up into the 20th century, because some of these foundations were still here in about the 1920s where they were abandoned. So you're going to find some modern trash in here, but you got some potential to find some 1800 stuff too. So that crotal bell and the buckles here in the Rains guide, I'm not going to complain at all with that, even though I'd like to get a little bit older. So we'll keep poking around here and we'll see what we can find. On to the next. Okay, here we go. Next really good target. It sounds bigger than a coin, but it rang up like a 90. Right at the base of the foundation here, or I don't know, 10 yards away. I guess this would have been the side yard or something like that. Somewhere in there. I don't know what it is. Some big old hunk of metal here, but it looks... Oh, you know what this is? Oh, cool. It's not particularly old. I mean, maybe 100 years. This is, I think, like a hubcap from an old Model A or Model T Ford. See, look, it says Ford on it. It's broken. Broken right there, all a little bit smashed. Made in USA. How about that? So this kind of confirms the age on this site. I found the crotal bell, which is probably late 1800s. And then I got this guy, which I'm just going to guess 1915. You know, 1920 or something like that. Anyway, that's cool because it's got writing on it. Even though it's 20th century, I love these old things that have writing on them. Excellent. On to the next. Here we are again at the same site. I came back a day later. Same site that I found the crotal bell at yesterday. It's evening. And I've been working around for a little while. I found an old Dodge hubcap. Oh, whatever. I kept it. But I'm back kind of near where I found that other crotal bell. And guys, you're not going to believe this. This is going to be a first for me. Another freaking crotal bell. And this one's even in better shape. It's exactly the same kind as the other one. Totally complete. That is awesome. So 2 crotal bells in 2 days. And this is my only really good find for the 1 hour I've been out this evening. But heck, I'll take that again, man. Awesome find. Let's see if we can find something else. On to the next. And I just wanted to give you a little panorama, folks, of what I'm working my way through. One thing a lot of you veterans know out there, when you're doing cellar hole hunting or woods hunting, you got to put up with a lot of thickets and briars, steep terrain, and bugs. And my advice to any of you who haven't done it yet, use a small coil, first of all, so you can get through there. And hit these places early in the season or late in the season. This is one site that I've been to, and now again I found some stuff here today and yesterday. But once you get into like May and June and the vegetation starts growing up, it's almost impossible to get in here. And the briars are so thick it'll completely obliterate you. So again, early and late in the season, go slow. I mean, if you look here, you do a lot of this crap too. Look at all that scrap iron. This is like where the old barn used to be. So you got to be patient. Use a small coil, all metal mode too. Use all metal mode if you can tolerate it, because you can pick up the stuff that the iron will mask. You run all metal mode on even my F2, it'll pick up stuff that if you discriminate iron out on even some of the higher machines, you'll miss it. So just a couple tricks there. So we'll see if we can find something else here before I take off. I've got about 10 more minutes. I'm going to head home. I've just got a little bit of light left, but I've got about a 1.5 mile walk out of here. And guys, this one was unmistakable. Still looking for that elusive coin the last couple of days. It's just not been my string, but you know what? I want to take that. Another nice little brass buckle. Hit about a 70 to 75, shallow and unmistakably small target, so I knew it was going to be something halfway decent unless it was a bottle cap. But I'm pretty far back in the woods here, so I figured it was going to be good. All right, on to the next. I'll take it, another little brass buckle. Okay, here we are back for the wrap-up after the day's hunt. That little brass buckle right here was the last thing I found for the evening for hiking out of there. I also got the buckles from yesterday, this one, and then this one I did some electrolysis on last night and came out really nice. So I'll probably do some similar on this iron one. This one's just brass, so I'll probably leave it alone. My Rains guide here, not going to complain about that. Here's my Model T Ford hubcap. If you remember on the video, I also found a Dodge hubcap, which I thought was really cool, but I dropped it in the woods somewhere. The bane of us metal detectors sometimes, you're bushwhacking, and it was large enough that it popped out. My lead tack here, or what at least I think is a lead tack. Give me a holler if you know what that is. Probably my 2 best finds of the 2 days, my 2 crotal bells. This one's plain and a little smashed. This one's even better. It's a little bit smaller, but it's got a pedal design on it, and you can see it's got number 0 on the bottom, so that was really nice. And let's see, a couple other finds I didn't post. This, I believe, is a carriage pommel or a carriage skine from the edge of a carriage axle or a buggy axle. Let me know if you know exactly what that is. That's at least what I think it is from reading some of the stuff on the forums. That was found along the side of the road. This is some sort of metal flashing from either the front door of the house or some sort of box or something that it was attached to. You can see a screw hole on the lower left there where it would attach. It's just flat. I don't know if I'll keep that or not, but it was decorative, so I threw it in the pouch. And then lastly, this is another item I didn't film. I believe this is a whistle. It came from behind an old school site, and it looks like it may be broken off the mouth part. You can see the blowhole and the eyelet there that would be attached to a string and be worn around the neck. It could be something different. Some of these relics, when they're smashed or partially broken, you know, they become a semi-mystery, so to speak. But I think that's what that is, an old whistle, so I definitely kept that one as well. All right, well, no coins this time, so I was a little disappointed not to find an old Indian head or 2 or a silver coin, but I'll take those relics nonetheless and get out there and search around. The stuff's out there in the ground for everybody to find. Happy hunting, and until next time, we'll talk to you soon. This is BTV Dicker.